welcome to a quick video just talking about an interesting crafting method you can do. What I'm searching for here is a Stygian Vise with Hunter Influence, item level 84. The reason why this is valuable is because people like to have the increased maximum life, which is a Hunter mod, on their Stygian Vises. So it has to be item level 84. If you do a search with Hunter Influence, you'll notice that these are minimum 1.72 exalts, and the reason why this price doesn't change is because the Hunter orb itself is about 1.5 to 1.7 exalts on average. So people will actually buy these and they will use fossil crafting or essence crafting, trying to make themselves a really nice Stygian Vise with percentage maximum life. Now here's a trick. You can actually purchase the two components of this item, such as the Stygian Vise with the right item level, and then you can buy a Hunter's Exalted Orb. And you can actually filter and find yourself a pretty good one. Right now I'm searching for 3 mods of any of these, which is going to be decent cold res or fire lightning res, decent chaos res, and then a decent max life. So I went ahead and did this search, and there was one for 10C. This one was already sold. I tried to get this one. I scrolled down a bit, it's probably gone, but I bought this one for 15C. It has tier 3 and tier 2 res, all res, which is really nice. And it has tier 5 maximum energy shield, which isn't terrible. And there's crafted life. So here's the idea. If it has an open prefix, if you use the Hunter's Exalted Orb on the item, you have a chance of just slamming the percentage life right off the bat. Because if you check it out, it's actually a pretty high weighting. And as far as the belts go, there isn't that many modifiers. You have certain ones that have incredibly high weighting, such as life, energy shield, and mana. It's very, very likely for these to occur. And if you scroll down to the actual Hunter mods, if you get chaos damage, that's also actually pretty good. Chaos damage is actually nice. And max life has 1,000 weight for either tier 1 or tier 2. So it's really not that uncommon for you to just slam the life on there. However, what I'm going to do in this particular instance is I'm actually going to craft max mana on this first, which is a prefix, only because I don't want to get max mana as the slam. I removed the maximum life slam to give me the opportunity to potentially slam even greater max life, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, so we got gain a flash charge when you deal a critical strike. It's a Hunter mod. I don't think it's very valuable. We could check the price of this real quick. Yeah, this isn't going to be very good. I mean, technically, maybe it is actually pretty good. I don't know. Gain a flash charge when you deal a critical strike. It's hard to tell if this is actually valuable, but it could be. I don't know. Anyways, we can then just come back in here and craft the maximum life back on and get the 55 roll on the first try. So when you do this, you're going to end up with one of two things. First of all, you're going to be spending about actually less than 2 exalts, because I purchased this orb for 1.5 exalts and I purchased the belt for 15C. So that's like 1.6 exalts. And the belts themselves are selling for about 1.7 to 2 minimum. So you're actually basically not really losing any money at all. It's pretty much a wash. And you still have the opportunity of getting something really nice. So I'm going to do this a few more times and we'll see what happens. But for now, I think I will list this for just like... I'm going to list this for like 3 exalts, I guess. I really don't think it's like very good, but we'll just see what happens. Okay, so we have a trade for a 1.5 exalted price of the Hunter's Orb. Alright. So we have our exalted, we have our Hunter's Orb, and now we're going to buy another belt. I've already tried this one. Let's go ahead and do a max price of 20C and sort it by this way. So here we have one with max life, and okay, this one's actually nice. Yeah, this one looks really nice. It has good life and good energy shield. I like this one a lot. Heartfelt. This guy's selling the orb for only 180C. It's a really, really good price. 180C is like 1.2, 1.3 exalts. A really good price. I will take that any day of the week. Right? Okay, we have 2 of these now. I didn't notice. Did that guy respond about this belt? I didn't see what happened. Probably not. This one's pretty good too, actually. It's got a unfortunate suffix, but this is actually pretty nice. 73 life, 36 ES. And this one's only 10C. Make sure it's 84. It's 86 actually. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's see what we get here. So this has 3 suffixes, 2 prefixes. Boom! Tier 2. Unfortunately, it's only tier 2, but that's actually still pretty good. You search for these rolls, not even taking the ES into consideration, it's 3 exalts. Some ES as well, 4 exalts. I mean, that's pretty good. I'll sell it for 3.5. Actually, let's see, what is that one for 3? Let's see what these look like. Ooh, it's got an aspect of the cat on there. That's weird. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna list this for 3, I think. If it was tier 1, it'd be way better. But unfortunately, I'm just gonna put it up for 3. It's still pretty good profit. I mean, I spent less than 2 exalts, and I get something worth 3 exalts. That's pretty good. And we're gonna be able to do it one more time here. Alright. 3 suffixes, 2 prefixes. I'm gonna go ahead. So it already has mana. So what else can we block? I guess we could block a flask mod. But it's not even. It's pretty rare, so we don't get a lot of value out of blocking that. I guess we just block armor. I'm not even sure if this blocks because this is a different type of mod. It's armor and ES. Whatever, we can try it. Okay, we got a hunter mod for flasks to not consume charges. I think that's actually quite dog shit. So this one will be sold for the base price. I guess I'm just gonna recraft life on here just to make it look a little bit better. And the low chance that somebody actually wants to buy it and use it. But we'll sell this for 2 exalts. Yep. Okay, we got one more here. This has tier 1 fire res, tier 4, tier 5 cold, tier 3 lightning, decent life, and it has max mana, so there's nothing to block. There's only 1 slot open. Pretty decent belt if this hits percent life. Holy shit, it did. It's tier 2 again, unfortunately, but still quite good. 71 life, 108 res, and we're looking at about 4 to 3 exalts, probably only about 3 to be completely honest, because it's not any better than the other one. Well, maybe it's a little bit better, because it has more res. That's got triple res. One of them's only tier 5, unfortunately, but this is quite good. Unfortunately, what you might be thinking is, hey, how about you put some catalysts on here? It's just not worth it. So these catalysts are worth about 3C each, and if you put it on a tier 2 roll, it only goes from 6 to 7, which sucks. In my opinion, it's not really worth putting catalysts. Obviously, I would if I was going to use the belt, but if I'm going to be selling this, I'm not going to waste time and money catalyzing it. Let's look at our competition. This guy has tier 2, he's got better life than me. And he has an open suffix, which is actually probably better than my situation, because you can put whatever you need here, and that's actually nice. And he's got an open prefix, so he can even do another, like, beast slam. So I think 4x means that mine is probably only 3, once again. So we're not hitting any GG belts here, but we're getting a few just, like, you know, standard value, and then a few good ones with the tier 2s. So we're going to keep going until we get a GG belt. And don't be alarmed, I have a lot of exalts right now because I sold all my ancient orbs from the last time I was recording. Somebody showed up with a 66 exalted orb trade for all my ancient orbs, so that was fucking awesome. So we got one more. I actually updated my search a little bit. I went ahead and added some stats. 45 to dex, strength, and intelligence. Although I'm pretty sure belts can only ever naturally roll strength. I just figured I'd add these because why not? And I found one for 5C. This one is, obviously, I purchased it. But this one was for 5C, and it has tier 3 fire, tier 2 cold, and it has tier 1 strength. Because, you know, stats are cool too. People care about stats. So this was only 5C. It's at item level 88. It already has max mana roll, and I went ahead and crafted armor. And let's see what we get. Okay, we got tier 3 chaos damage. Tier 3 is obviously pretty underwhelming. I mean, it looks like it's pretty good, though. I'm kind of surprised, to be honest with you. We can craft life on top of this, which is decent. Give it a few tries for a 50+ roll. I don't know. Why would this be so... I think it appears to be better than it actually is because of the strength, perhaps? Yeah. So, the chaos damage itself isn't that great. It definitely isn't that great. But the tier 1 strength, I think, is bumping up the value a little bit more. With that being said, though, I mean, it still looks like it's pretty good. Let's see what these other ones have. So this guy has a lot of really good life for 5 exalts. I don't know. It might still be pretty good, though. It might still be worth about 4, I guess. So I'll list it for 4. I'm going to keep going, though, until I get a really good belt. Item level 86. Now I need to buy a Hunter's Exalted Orb. Very nice. I will craft mana.
I have nothing more to give.
Make sure there's 3 suffixes. So I'm going to craft mana. Just in case we hit a good life roll. Ooh, we got... It's tier 3 again. Fuck. We got chaos damage again, but it's tier 3. Pretty good, though. It's basically the same as the other belt. It's like actually the exact same as the other belt. It has strength and res. That's so weird. Tier 3 as well. This one has better res. It has tier 1, tier 2 cold, tier 3 fire. This one has tier 2, tier 4 lightning, tier 2 strength. It's not even a tier 1 strength. So this belt is just strictly worse. Although this does have a tier 3 max energy shield roll. So, I don't know. I guess I wouldn't say it's worse. It's about the same value, honestly. I would imagine. So I'm just going to list it for 4 exalts as well. Once again, I don't believe these are worth 4. It just appears that they are, according to the market, which is really strange to me. Like, I don't really understand why these are looking to be so expensive for just a, for chaos damage, especially tier 3 chaos damage. Who knows? They might sell. But once again, I'm not happy and we're going to keep going. Might have to buy chaos orbs for exalted orbs. Okay, this one's actually pretty good. Good armor, decent ES. There is an open suffix, so I will craft some suffix on here. I actually like this belt. This is actually a pretty good one. Okay. 89, armor, ES, strength, okay. Very cool. Now we need to buy ourselves a orb again. This guy, oops, what the fuck did I just do? 1.5 exalts. I don't have enough fucking C, goddammit. What a nice guy. Alright, so this belt has an open suffix and open prefix, so we will craft a suffix, such as, I don't even know, let's just do lightning and chaos, I guess, in case they want a whole bunch of lightning res and some chaos res. And now we have an open prefix. We have energy shield and armor already blocked, so hopefully we don't craft mana, and let's see what we get. Oh, we got the tier 1, baby! Let's go! It actually finally worked. So, I'm not going to say this is a GG belt. The stats are pretty fucking good. Tier 3 lightning res and open suffix for whatever they want to do. Tier 2 strength is actually pretty nice. There's no life on it. There's only energy shield and there's armor. So obviously it's not going to be like a super sick belt. However, this is going to be worth it for me to actually use catalysts. So first I will divine this to 10 life. Okay, that didn't take too many. And now I will use my catalysts here. So this is going to cost me like 60C. So it's pretty pricey, but it's worth doing, honestly, because it just makes the item look so much better. So the item has 12% increased max life now. And that's super cool. So let's see what this is worth. 12% max life with 52 to total res, 50 strength, and we're looking at about 10x. Let's see what this guy has on his. He also has 100, so he also has really good life. So this is definitely not going to be worth 10 exalts. There's no shot that people are going to be paying 10 exalts for energy shield and armor. Okay, so it's hard to price check this item, but it looks like it's definitely not worth 10. I would guess it's going to be worth about 8. I would guess 8. You know, people are gonna, you know, so if somebody were to buy one of these belts at this moment, they have the option to either pay 2 exalts more for 100 life, or they can pay 8 exalts to get 41 ES and 400 armor. You know, that's up to them. And maybe they need an open suffix, you know, maybe they need like some more stats, or maybe they need some different kind of resistance. So an open suffix is actually really nice to have on your gear you're selling, because it gives the player the option to add whatever they need. Like, hey, I need this belt, but I also need like 20 more dexterity before I can actually equip some item, right? Open suffixes are really nice to have. So I would actually consider myself done. We spent a total of like 8 exalts, I believe. Something like 8 exalts. And we ended up with, I already had some of these sitting here, but we ended up with about 5 belts, of which they are at the bare minimum worth 2 exalts each. And a few of these are going to be worth 3 to 4 or maybe 8 or 7. So big profit. I would highly suggest trying this method out yourself. So yeah, I hope it helps. Thanks for watching.